For 4 hours, the Rogers Center had been alive with thunderous energy. Every pitch, every swing, every out was met with a roar that seemed to shake the very foundations of the stadium. The fans, a sea of blue and white, had poured their hearts into every moment, believing that this night would end in triumph. But now, as the final out was recorded, a suffocating silence settled over the Blue Jays clubhouse. The noise outside faded, replaced by a heavy, almost tangible quiet that pressed in from all sides. The air, once electric with hope and anticipation, was now thick with the bitter taste of defeat. It was as if the very oxygen had been drained from the room, leaving only the weight of what had just transpired. Players sat slumped at their lockers, eyes vacant, jerseys heavy with loss. Some stared at the floor, others at the walls, searching for answers that would never come. This was the brutal aftermath of a Game 7 heartbreak, a moment that would be replayed in their minds for years to come. Hands trembled as gloves were removed, the simple act feeling impossibly difficult. The sting of loss was fresh, raw, and unrelenting. Uniforms stayed on, as if peeling them off would sever the last thread to their dream. No one wanted to be the first to move, to admit that it was truly over. They had been 2 outs away from a championship, the taste of victory so close they could almost feel the bubbles of champagne on their lips. But the bottles would remain uncorked, the celebration that had been prepared now a painful reminder of what slipped away. Instead of celebration, there was only the echo of what might have been. Confetti that would never fall, props that would never be used, dreams that would never be realized. Ernie Clement, the postseason hero, buried his face in a towel. His record-setting performance, which had electrified the city, now offered no comfort. The numbers meant nothing in the face of this loss. Max Scherzer, the veteran ace, wept openly. For him, this was more than just another defeat. It was perhaps his final shot at glory, slipping away with every tear. Some players gripped their bats or gloves tightly, unwilling to let go of the tools that had brought them so close to immortality. The staff moved quietly, their footsteps soft, voices hushed. They respected the sacred space of mourning, offering silent support to those who needed it most. There was no post-game chatter, no analysis, no words that could possibly fill the void. Just a profound, shared sorrow that bound everyone in the room together. This wasn't just the end of a game, it was the end of a journey that had brought a city to its feet, united in hope and heartbreak. The silence in that room was the sound of a dream dying, a silence louder and more powerful than any cheer, echoing long after the lights had gone out. The pain found its voice, echoing through the silent stadium. As players faced the media, their expressions told stories of shattered dreams and unfulfilled promises. Closer Jeff Hoffman, haunted, admitted, "I cost everybody here a World Series ring." His voice trembled, each word a dagger to his heart. No excuses, just the weight of a single pitch replaying in his mind. The moment that would forever be etched in his memory. Max Scherzer, tears streaming, spoke of a team that reignited his love for the game at 41. His gratitude was palpable, even in the face of defeat. "I never thought I could love baseball this much," he confessed, his voice breaking. The bond with his teammates had rekindled a passion he thought was long gone. Shane Bieber, who surrendered the decisive home run, dissected his mistake. "Hung a slider to a great guy who hits sliders well, this one stings." His analysis was clinical, but the pain was evident. The disappointment was not just in the loss, but in letting down a city that had rallied behind them. The fans' faces mirrored the players' agony, a collective heartbreak. Bo Bichette, facing free agency, brushed off questions about his future. "I just lost a Game 7. His focus was on the present pain, not the uncertain future. The agony was immediate and raw, a dream snatched away in the final moments. The scoreboard's finality was a harsh reminder of what could have been. Their words painted a vivid picture of heartbreak, a championship deferred. The echoes of their sorrow would linger, a testament to their unyielding spirit and the dream that slipped away. The night began in ecstasy, not sorrow. From the very first pitch, the air inside the Rogers Center was electric, pulsing with anticipation. Fans had poured in from every corner of the city, their faces painted blue and white, their voices already hoarse from hours of pre-game excitement. This was more than just a game, it was a gathering of hope, a celebration of a team that had captured the heart of a nation. The Rogers Center was a cauldron of hope, the crowd believing destiny was unfolding. Every seat was filled, every aisle buzzing with nervous energy. The sense of unity was palpable, as if the entire city had come together for this singular moment. In the third inning, Bo Bichette delivered a 3-run home run that sent 44,000 fans into a frenzy. The crack of the bat echoed like a thunderclap, and for a heartbeat, time seemed to stand still before the stadium erupted in pure, unfiltered joy. It felt like more than just 3 runs. It was a declaration that the Jays belonged. Teammates rushed to greet Bichette, their faces alight with the thrill of the moment, as if they too sensed the magnitude of what had just happened. As Bichette rounded the bases, the dream felt tangible. The crowd roared his name, waving flags and banners, their belief in the team growing stronger with every step he took. Max Scherzer, feeding off the energy, pitched masterfully, leaving with a 3-1 lead and a hero's ovation. Every strike he threw was met with thunderous applause, and his focus on the mound was unwavering, a true ace rising to the occasion. The early innings followed the perfect script. The Jays led, their ace delivered, and the momentum felt unstoppable. The scoreboard glowed with promise, and the dugout buzzed with confidence, and the city dared to dream. Outside the stadium, crowds gathered in the streets, watching on big screens, their cheers echoing through the night. The energy spilled beyond the ballpark, uniting strangers in shared anticipation. The foundation for a championship celebration was set. The crowd was electric, the team confident. Every fan could feel it, the sense that something historic was unfolding before their eyes. For a moment, anything seemed possible. The tension and excitement were almost overwhelming, as if the city itself was holding its breath, waiting for the next chapter to be written. The city was ready to believe. In that electric night, hope was alive, and the roar of the North echoed far beyond the stadium walls. Amid the agony, Ernie Clement's achievement stood out, a record 30th postseason hit, surpassing Randy Arozarena. Clement, once an unknown, became the engine of the offense, batting .411 and delivering in every clutch moment. But the record was bittersweet, forever tied to defeat. Clement's tears were for the team, not his own milestone. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. also tied for the second most hits in a postseason. Together, they formed a dynamic duo that nearly carried Toronto to glory. Their names in the record books are a reminder of how special this run was. After Bichette's home run, the Jays seemed in control, even adding a run in the 6th. But the Dodgers, relentless and patient, chipped away. Sacrifice flies kept the game close, the Jays' bullpen under constant pressure. The turning point came in the 8th. Max Muncy's solo home run cut the lead to 1. The crowd's roar turned to nervous murmurs. The Dodgers' belief was renewed. The Jays' cushion was gone. Every pitch now carried immense weight. The game became a tightrope walk. The slow tide of the Dodgers' comeback was nearly complete. The stage was set for a dramatic, heart-wrenching finish. Toronto braced for the storm. The 9th inning, Jays up 4-3, 3 outs from history. Jeff Hoffman took the mound. 2 quick outs brought the city to the brink of euphoria. 1 out, 1 strike away. Miguel Rojas at the plate, the count full, tension unbearable. Hoffman's slider hung. Rojas crushed it to left. The ball cleared the wall, tying the game and breaking 44,000 hearts. The Dodgers erupted. The Jays stood frozen in disbelief. The dream was ripped away in an instant. The celebration died, replaced by stunned silence. Hoffman stared at the ground, the weight of the moment crushing. 1 strike away from glory. Now, only dread remained. The game was not over, but the magic was gone. Toronto's dream had shattered. They had to fight on, hope slipping through their fingers. Extra innings brought only agony. The 10th was a tense stalemate, every pitch a potential ending. In the 11th, Dodgers catcher Will Smith homered off Shane Bieber, LA's first lead of the night. The small Dodgers contingent erupted. The Jays faced elimination. Guerrero Jr. doubled, hope flickering. The tying run was 90 feet away, but Dodgers ace Yamamoto, pitching in relief, shut the door. A ground out, then a double play. Guerrero caught in a rundown. The Dodgers celebrated on Toronto's field. For the Jays, only the final, absolute agony of defeat remained. The crowd was stunned. The dream over. The season ended not with a bang, but with heartbreak. Toronto's miracle run had fallen just short. This Blue Jays team will be remembered for more than heartbreak. They were a blend of youthful stars and veteran leaders, playing with joy and grit. They fought for every win, overcoming deficits and winning epic battles. Ernie Clement's record run symbolized a team where anyone could be a hero. The camaraderie was real. Scherzer's love for this team spoke volumes. They were 2 outs from a title, pushing a dynasty to the brink. The loss was cruel, but their journey inspired a city. They made Toronto believe again. This team was special because they almost pulled off the impossible. As dawn breaks, Toronto wakes to heartbreak and pride. The sting of defeat lingers, the what-ifs echoing. But beneath the pain is hope. This was no fluke. The Jays proved they belong among baseball's elite, coming within a strike of glory. The core remains, the experience invaluable. This season was about more than wins. It was about belief, resilience, and unity. The heartbreak will fade, replaced by determination. The city and team look to the future, hungry to finish the job. The pain is real, but so is the pride. Toronto believes they will be back, stronger than ever.